Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being part of our program. We appreciate it. A listener named Sarah Novak writes in, it says, Dear Tom, and no, I don't mean it. I would never call your show, as I realize the reason I often listen is to hear you offend and shout down people who call in to make a comment. Obviously, it is much more entertaining to hear some caller humiliated. And I am sure you welcome all the hate mail you print on your site. That's what makes the show. Same reason I used to listen to Dr. Laura, not for her, but for the poor devils who called in with their screwed-up lives. I always knew what she'd say to them, and I'm beginning to be able to predict what you will say, how you'll react. So pretty soon your show will probably not be such a guilty pleasure. Anyway, I would love to ask you this on the air, but I doubt whether I could get the question out before you either ridicule the fact that I'm from Britain or not in your age demographic. I'm 44. Well, sweetie, you're also not in the gender demographic of the show. Yes, you're past your expiration date, and you have the wrong equipment downstairs. She says, my question is, you constantly advise your callers against having children. You say you never wanted them, and it is your suggestion that if a man is to have a fulfilled and happy life, that is the way to go. However, so many of your male callers call you dad or father, and you call them son. And I have heard you say you are giving them the advice their fathers never did. Question. Why are you pretending to be a father? You have no experience or desire to be a real one, and have no idea how a father would or should talk to his child. How do you know that? I know exactly how a father should talk to his child. I might add that everybody who becomes a father has no more background than I do and no less. Everybody starts off with no experience, and they get experience as time goes on. And I've been the father to my sons now for years. I know exactly what to tell them to do. I'm a professor as well as a father. She says, also, what father would advise his child against having children? Well, first of all, I've never said never have children. I mean, if you insist on procreating at some point, go right ahead, preferably when you're in your mid-30s, preferably when you've been in a relationship 5 or more years, preferably when you've got a prenuptial agreement, all of that. But I certainly wouldn't recommend you being 21 years old, you got your 19-year-old girlfriend and you knock her up. Bad idea. Very bad idea. Having children before age 25, bad idea. Having children with people you're not married to, bad idea. Having children after you've said, you know what, I'm not ready to have kids, bad idea. Marrying people who get pregnant without your consent, without asking you first, bad idea. That's what I'm talking about. Never said never have children. I said only if you really want them, only if you are in your 30s, you've been with a person for at least 5 years, and you know whether or not you'll be with them, so you have reasonable certainty that you will not be mailing a check to a post office box while the woman you're with absconds with your child, which happens to guys all the time in this country. I don't know how they do it in England, sweetheart, but in this country, the laws are out of control, the courts are out of control, and there are women who skip off with their kids, essentially kidnapping them from their fathers, and then can continue to demand money from these guys without the guys knowing the whereabouts of their offspring. It's pretty outrageous, and that's why I tell guys to treat their sperm like little credit cards. Because that's exactly what sperm are. They are little credit cards. And when you inject a woman with your little credit cards, eventually she's going to go out and use them and buy stuff with your sperm. That's exactly what she's going to do. This is great advice for the men. And yes, I do believe that the single mothers out there are very lax about teaching their boys not to be impregnating women they're not married to, because they have the same lax standards for themselves. Oh, I've got 3 kids by 4, and 4 kids by 3 different fathers. That's the father of my second kid over there. Yeah. What kind of advice do you think she's giving her son? Is she warning him to wear condoms or not to get anybody knocked up? No, she loves the idea of children out of wedlock. Loves the idea of being dependent on all these men for money and time and to be able to call them up on the phone and tell them how inadequate they are as parents. Loves it. I step into the breach where there are no fathers involved, and I tell these boys, look, do not have children with these bitches. Yes, I tell them that. Yes, I'm proud of it. Sarah Novak goes on to say here, I think it's all a game to you. And I feel sorry for the poor idiot schmucks that actually take your advice seriously, just as I did on the Dr. Laura show. Well, the difference between me and Dr. Laura, dear, is that I do what I say to do. Dr. Laura told people, they told women to stay at home and raise their kids while she was busy on book tours. And she had a kid, and Dr. Laura went to work every day, sometimes brought that little brat into the office, because we once worked together, Dr. Laura and I. And I'm telling you that she did not do what she said to do. Also, Miss Morality, preaching on the air about morality, posed naked for all those pictures that were on the Internet that we got first possession of on this program. You know, I tell you, boys, I don't have children. I don't impregnate women. I don't plan on impregnating women. They all know I'm not going to impregnate them. I'm not going to help them have little babies. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to pay those bills. I don't send alimony checks or vagina-money checks to anybody. I admit to all the mistakes I've made, and I admit that the rules I've created are based on past mistakes, including getting married and divorced, including spending money on chicks, including dating single mothers. I made all the mistakes. That is why I know what I know, and that is what I am passing on to all the sons I never had. And they know it. She says, I think you are very probably just a businessman who could care less about the consequences of his actions. What are the consequences of telling guys not to knock up chicks? What are the consequences of telling a guy not to be paying a woman's bills? What are the consequences of telling guys every time you have sex without a rubber, you are running the risk of ruining your own life, killing your own dreams, ruining it for yourself, tying an anchor around your neck? What is wrong with telling that to men? As a woman, you couldn't possibly understand. I don't need to have procreated to know all the reasons I shouldn't, and all the reasons why a lot of the men out there shouldn't. So many of them being talked into this because they're just so happy to be getting a piece of ass, they'll do anything she wants. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Get laid and get out. No responsibility, no forking over cash. You think there's something irresponsible about that? Do you think I should be concerned with the consequences of telling that to men? The consequences are the following. Unwanted children are less likely to be born. Men are much less likely to be forking over their cash to some one-night stand. Are these bad consequences? These are good consequences. She says, as such, you have no business calling yourself a parent or pretending to act like one. Signed, Sarah. Do you agree or disagree with Sarah?
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866.
The radio woman on the radio getting the same ratings that you're getting, she'll deserve to get paid the same.
I'm not talking, well, put it this way. No woman gets the ratings I get.
The Tom Leykis Show.
It's the Tom Leykis Show. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. Andrea on the Tom Leykis Show.
Hi, Tom. This is Andrea. Hi, you said that already.
Yes, I did.
I can barely hear you.
Can you hear me now?
A little better.
Sounds like your phone, dear.
What's that?
Sounds like your phone.
It is my phone, and I'm driving on the freeway. I'm sorry. I just wanted to call and tell you I'm actually a single mom, and I'm a long-time listener, first-time caller, but I totally support what you do. And I think what Tony or Sarah Novak is saying is completely crazy. The more you teach these guys to be smarter with their decisions, the better off I am, and not running into another stupid guy that's going to knock me up and, you know, do stupid things. So, anyways, I just wanted to call and say that.
Yeah, what, I should be telling guys to go ahead and become fathers, go ahead and knock chicks up, don't worry about birth control. What is she saying?
It's crazy. It's completely insane. So, good work. I love what you do, and even though you talk so much crap about single moms, I still support you.
Thank you, Andrea.
All right.
Appreciate the call. Here comes Stephanie on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hi, Tom.
Hi, Stephanie.
How are you?
Do you care?
I absolutely care.
I'm doing great.
Wonderful. I just wanted to call to tell you that I'm an idiot because I thought you were an idiot.
So you thought you knew more than me?
I did. I was at a party, and one of my friends, who is a big fan of yours, he tried to tell me that you were right, and I was wrong because I'm a single mother, and I didn't understand why you said anything about single moms and not spending more than $40. And I realized I'm an idiot. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
You are absolutely right about everything. I lost the debate, and I'm a fan for life.
I love that.
Because you're not saying don't date single moms because they got knocked up. You're protecting us by saying we can't make our priorities them, and you're absolutely right. And girls know if they're going to put out right away. And I know that every girl out there knows this. Girls who try to say they don't, they're lying.
Right. So why should a guy waste money and time on somebody? You know, if you already know whether or not you're going to put out, buying you more lobster is going to change your mind.
Right. It's like, oh, you know what? He spent $80 on me. I guess I'll put out. It doesn't happen.
No.
It never happens.
In fact, I think it's inversely proportional. I think the more a guy spends, the more pressure you feel to put out, and the less likely it is you will.
Absolutely. And your view on girls like to be treated like crap, you're right. If I meet a nice guy, it makes me think he's desperate, and desperate's a turn-off.
That's
but if
right.
I meet a jerk, it's like, oh, all right, I'm in.
He's probably got better things to do than me.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I just want to tell you I'm sorry for thinking you were an idiot. Because you're right, I'm the idiot. Girls who don't believe you, idiot. Men, listen up. Tom will get you laid.
That's right. Without knocking her up.
Yeah, I got knocked up young.
We don't want that happening again.
No, sir.
Not my boys. Not the sons I never had. No.
Yes, listen to Dad. He's right. Dad will guide you.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Thank you.
Appreciate the call. 1-800-5800-TOM. It's Nick on the Tom Leykis Show.
Hey, how's it going, Tom?
Okay, Nick.
I totally agree with everything you say about not knocking up women, all that stuff. All you do is teaching guys how not to have kids that they don't want.
What do you think about this email I got?
I think the person that wrote that is just, their mind is out in left field. That's all it is. But they have no idea what they're talking about. That it's dumb. You're trying to help people, not cause damage.
Yeah, what consequences? What are these consequences she's talking about?
Yeah, because I had a chick try to trap me one time. This is actually just recently. I was an idiot, didn't listen to you, dated a single mom. She got pregnant, and pretty much I begged and pleaded for her to have the abortion.
Yeah.
She got it and just dropped her.
Perfect. Good for you, Nick.
So thank you. Yeah, well, my buddy at work is actually threatening to call you and rat me out. But, yeah.
Nick, I'm proud. Thank you for that. I appreciate the call. Mark on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom.
Hey, Mark.
Tom, you are the father I never had.
Yes, I am.
You actually lightened my eyes in January when you came to San Diego. Oh, my God. My uncle turned me on, right? We got my 12-year-old cousin listening now, my 14-year-old brother, and my 23-year-old brother's listening now. We got the whole family listening to Tom.
Love that.
Well, you know what the thing is about this Novak chick?
What's that?
I think her problem was you've been on the radio now for about 20 years, right?
Oh, more than that.
Okay. I think she met one of your students about years ago and got played out, Tom. You had to have. You're right in my life now. Now that you came to San Diego, I think you are in my blood because I think exact same way as you. $40 is the perfect time and money date. And now that you actually have listened to what you say about dating, taking them out after 9, don't go on lunch dates because, seriously, I've been on those. Those don't get you laid. And never, ever, ever tell her that you like her.
Or that she looks good.
What's that?
Never tell her she looks good, either. Always keep her off balance. You always tell her things like, you know, the backhanded compliments we always talk about.
Oh, my God, and the unreliable bit, when you tell me, hey, I'll call you tomorrow, don't call them for a week. Oh, my God. They call me, Tom, in 3 days. Where you been? Where you at? When are we going to hang out?
Yeah.
Every time it works, buddy. I just want to thank you for everything you got given me. And can you take me out of the bong hit, African travel style?
Here you go, Mark. One 1-800-5800-TOM. Verena on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
How you doing, Tom?
Okay, Verena.
I have to tell you, most of the things I agree with that you say about single moms. These guys definitely need to be warned. There's some malicious, vindictive females out there. But I disagree with one point. I don't think the single moms are really trying to continue the process. I think they are trying to explain to their kids to be using protection and things like that because it's a crappy situation to be in. I don't know, it was a huge mistake that I had made in my life, but moved on from it, grew up. But still, the point...
Yeah, but just like kids copy from you if you're a smoker or a drinker or a drug user.
I'm sorry?
Just like kids copy from you if you're a smoker.
Correct.
Or a drinker.
Right.
Or a drug user.
I still think quite a few moms do explain to their children.
They can explain all they want. It's a statistical fact that the children of women who get knocked up early end up being teenage parents. They just generally do.
Oh, I agree with you. But you still said you think that the single moms...
I think single moms are frequently lax in this area regardless. You may be telling your kid to do the right thing. That's great. But I think generally single moms are lax. I imagine the single mom sitting there puffing on a Marlboro, tattoo on her ankle, 3 kids by 3 different fathers, and not particularly worried about whether Junior has got condoms or not.
I learned my lesson after the first one. It's not a good situation to be in. I wouldn't want that.
My goal is to have the boys learn before the first one.
But they should learn. They definitely should. There's some mean, terrible females out there.
No doubt about it. Thank you, dear. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. It's Chris on the Tom Leykis Show.
Hey, my brother from another mother. Tom, you are preaching to these boys the right message, man. I tell you, because I got married at a young age, divorced. I actually had a son. She disappeared, ran from state to state. Every time I tracked her down, she moved again. California DA comes out of nowhere, says, hey, son, you owe $30,000 in back child support. Now, the first 2 years when I did know where she was, I was giving her money. But the mistake I made was I was giving her cash.
Oh, boy. Oh, by the way, it doesn't even matter if you give her a check. If the child support has not been overseen by the court, they could just say you're starting at 0.
Exactly. You know, and I sit back and never ran from a job, stayed in the military for 20 years, always knew where I was. She never sent any kind of information. I didn't know if my son was alive or dead until the DA sent me the letter. And needless to say, I still stayed in my job. I always wanted my son. I even went to the DA and asked him, I said, okay, if she's going to get all this back child support, how about all my back visitation? They go, we don't do that. You got to get a lawyer. I said, but you're doing this for her free. And they said, that ain't our problem. Pay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's crazy.
I warned the boys.
Thompson, I spread the word to all my young military boys, and before I knew you were out there, I tell them, I say, hey, this is the man to listen to. If you think I'm lying, he lived it, I lived it. He just didn't have any kids. He was a little smarter than me. But I tell you, you are the man. And like I said, a brother from another mother. Can you please take me out old school style?
Here you go, Chris. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. I couldn't believe this letter when I got it. I just couldn't believe it. This is Danny on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
What's going on, Tom?
Not much, Danny.
Damn, dude, you're on a roll. Everybody's just calling you to congratulate, man. And when you got women calling to congratulate you, man, you know you got a successful show, man.
Thank you.
So I just wanted to congratulate you, man, and just, man, wanted to confirm with you that women do love jerks, man.
Women love jerks. They love creeps. They love a-holes.
It's amazing because, like, I used to be this nice guy, man, you know, the romantic type, and when that didn't work, I guess I turned to being a jerk, man. And you know what, man, I've been laid more than ever.
You're getting more ass than a toilet seat now.
Definitely, man, and I have you to thank for that, man. Everybody talks about your show, man. My friends are like, yeah, Tom Leykis this. You know what, man, you know too much, man.
I am so proud.
Congratulate you. And, guys, listen to this guy, man. He knows some stuff, and he'll get you laid, dude.
Daddy, thank you.
Hey, take me out Kobe style, man.
Kobe style. Here you go.
This is about us. She's so special to me. You're a beat to my heart. You're the air I breathe. She's so special to me.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866.
Does your question have anything to do with what I'm discussing on the air this hour?
No.
That means that's the end of the call.
My question.
You bitch.
The Tom Leykis Show.
From Los Angeles, it's the Tom Leykis Show on 1-800-5800-TOM. In case you're just tuning in, we're talking about an email we received from a listener named Sarah Novak. Oh, she thinks I'm giving terrible advice to guys not to have kids. So awful. And she says I could care less about the consequences of my actions. Howie, in Deerfield, Illinois, you're on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, man, great show.
Thank you, Howie.
42, happily divorced, 2 young boys. Been hanging with this girl who's 35, never been married. And from day one, I told her, no more kids, no more, no more. And, you know, she's trying to change my mind, and it ain't going to happen. Ain't going to happen.
Good for you.
I'm telling you what, they think they're dolls.
Yeah, don't give her your key. Don't give her the password to anything. Don't let her in your house when you're not there. Don't ask her to sit and wait for the delivery man to come. Don't let her in your place without you present and without her calling first and asking if it's okay to come over.
I told her, I said, once I get this vasectomy, I said, you'll have an easier time dumping me. And she thought I was crazy. I said, it'll be a lot easier because there ain't going to be a chance.
That's right.
That's the only way.
I love that. Now, how do your boys feel about this? You tell your friends about this?
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, unfortunately, the girl is a great girl, but you know what? I'm not getting married, especially under the pressure, ever. No guy wants that.
Right.
And, you know.
It's time we take back the power, Howie.
Exactly. She never had it.
That's exactly right.
Never had it. So
yeah, because remember, that phrase birth control, we mean it literally. The person who uses the birth control has the control.
And any woman has control, too. I don't believe these women, single mothers, blaming the guy. You know, it takes 2 to tango.
Yeah. Yeah, well, guess what? Even after you tango, you can have an abortion, you can use the morning after pill, you can get RU-486. There's a million ways to take care of a tango.
No question. So, you know, married once, kids once, no more. But, you know, too many women think they're going to change their mind.
That's right.
Not going to happen.
Now you get more ass than a toilet seat, right, Howie?
No, there's plenty out there.
I know.
Plenty.
That's right.
It's a great world.
Love it. How does your ex feel about that?
Oh, I don't care. She doesn't care. You know, we don't talk about that stuff. But,
Oh.
you know, she's on her own. She can do whatever she pleases, and, you know, neither of us discuss it with each other.
What does she look like today, by the way?
A little too many cigarettes.
Oh, really?
Not a good thing.
Oh, that's bad.
Not good. And no job either. How's that?
Really?
Over 3.5 years, still doesn't work.
And is she shaped like a kielbasa at this point?
I have no idea. She wasn't before.
Bet you she is.
I bet you she is, too.
She's a chunky monkey.
Exactly. So,
I love it.
You know, it's all right. It's all good.
Well, thank you for that, Howie. I'm glad you found us.
You betcha, man. Have fun and enjoy it.
Thank you. Deerfield, Illinois, check it in there. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. This is Anastasia on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Anastasia to you.
Anastasia. Well, Dean put up what purported to be a phonetic spelling, unless you've changed the pronunciation since you called in.
Oh, it's all good.
Anastasia.
Anastasia, that's right.
Okay.
Well, anyway, Tom, so I am a hot 25-year-old single mom. And by single mom, I mean not married, but I am dating someone and have been for about a year and a half. First of all, I just wanted to say that what Sarah Novak was saying, I disagree with her. I think that you give great advice to young guys especially, and heck, if I were a guy, I would take your advice. There's some advice you give that I could benefit too as a single mom. But some of the things kind of bother me, like you say don't marry a woman with a child.
Right. Who wants to take out another man's garbage?
So what?
Who wants to take out another man's garbage?
Yeah, I understand that, but I mean, it's like almost like as if you're almost saying that there's no hope for us single moms that are.
Oh, no, there's plenty of guys who don't listen to the show, who are complete pussies, will do whatever you say. There's plenty of guys like that out there, just not my students.
Well, okay, my boyfriend, I don't think he listens to your show. I listen to your show religiously, and actually since I've been listening to it, then it's kind of made me think about, like, maybe I should, like, just let him run out in the wild and give him a second chance. But, I mean, he's pretty hooked on me, you know, and he's really good with my son. My son's only 2.5 years old, and he's definitely not a pussy. I wouldn't call him that. I mean, he's, you know, a really hard worker. He's really, you know, stern and very firm person and stuff, and I mean, he knows what he wants. He's got good goals and stuff. But
I know what I want. I want to not take care of other people's children. That's what I want.
Yeah, and I mean, I would, you know, I'd be in the same boat as you too if I didn't have a child and stuff.
Yeah, but you had a child because you chose to have a child.
Well, the man that I was with, we were together for about 5 years, and I thought we were going to get married, and yeah, we did choose to have a child, but he just, I don't know if he was going.
It's not like it happened to you by accident. It was not an immaculate conception, dear.
No, of course not.
You planned it out.
No, we did. We planned it out, of course. But I'm just saying, like, you know, it didn't work out with me and him. I don't know if he was having, like, paternal postpartum or whatever the hell it was, but...
Why didn't you just wait until you got married?
I guess we just jumped into it too quick, you know, like...
Well, I ask you this question. It's too late for you. It's the other people out there who are going to make the same stupid mistake you did.
Yeah, exactly. And
tell them they would be making a stupid mistake if they're living with their boyfriend and they say, well, what the hell, we'll probably get married anyway, and then they have the baby.
And that's why I don't live with my boyfriend right now, because I don't, you know, I really kind of want to wait it out. I mean, you know, we've been together for a year and a half so far, and it's cool and stuff, but I guess, you know, my question is, I mean, if he's cool in the relationship, and you know, he seems to like my son, and everything seems pretty legit, then I mean, he's still kind of young though, should I still let him run out in the wild or whatever?
What do you mean, have sex with other women?
Yeah, while we're still dating.
Well, dear, he can do that if he wants to anyway.
Yeah,
it's not a matter of you letting him. If he wants to, that's what he'll do.
Yeah, he doesn't show that interest, you know, but it's like a part of me is thinking maybe he's being naive, you know, maybe he's jumping into it too quick.
How old is he?
He's 23, I'm 25.
Too young. He's too young, dear. That's not even good for you.
Yeah, that's why I think I've been waiting for so long, is because I just want to see if he's really as mature as he seems to be. I mean, he's just been kind of, pretty
Well,
amazing.
even if he's mature, dear. I mean, the bottom line is, at 23 to commit to one person, it's too young. Someday he'll be tempted.
Someday what?
He'll be tempted to find out what he missed.
So, then what's your advice to me?
My advice to you is not to move this relationship forward too quickly. Because,
yeah, he's been asking me to move out of state with him and stuff.
Don't be doing that. Don't be doing that.
Yeah.
By the way, does he live out of state now?
No, yeah, we live pretty close, like a half an hour away from each other.
So where is he planning on going and why?
Just wherever his job takes him to, I guess. He's almost done with school, and they're supposed to offer him a job, but they didn't offer him it yet. So he just asked me to, wherever I go, if I could.
And you would just drop everything and have your kid drop his school and everything and just go?
Well, he's not in school. If he was in school, then it would be a different story.
Yeah, we don't know when this will happen. If it happened in 3 years, he will be in school.
No, in 3 years, I would like to have, make sure that everything's set up by then. Wherever or whatever I'm going to do, I want to make sure that he's already going to.
And where's your family live? Arizona?
No, they live in Chicago, actually.
And how did you get to Tempe?
I was just exploring. I used to travel the world a lot, and then came back to the States, and somehow got stuck.
Oh, you were a drifter.
Yeah, pretty much. I had a lot of fun, though. I mean, I had
a lot of fun, and you got a kid now.
Yeah, I do, and I'm
living it up.
What?
You're living it up.
I mean, it's
so now you're 1,000 miles from your family. You've got a kid by some guy you're not with anymore.
Yeah, I mean,
what's that doing to your career ambitions there?
What was that?
What's that doing to your career ambitions?
I'm actually going to med school right now, but I am working for a medical company meanwhile until I could graduate pretty much.
How long is that going to take?
Another 3 years.
Another 3 years, because you can't go and take all the credits you need because you got a kid.
Well, I could transfer most of my credits.
Most of your credits means you have to make up some of them.
I might have to, but, I mean, if it's for love, and love makes you do stupid things.
No, dear, you've already done stupid things, okay? It's time to stop doing stupid things for love, okay? It's time to stop now.
But what if he's the one?
Dear, you've already got yourself halfway into the grave here, okay? It's your last chance to climb out of the quicksand, sweetheart. If you move, you're not transferring any credits, and you're not going to finish medical school.
I'm pretty.
To be with some 23-year-old with no maturity, no background.
With no what?
What does he do for a living?
He is.
This is going to be a good one.
BMW service technician.
He's a so he's a mechanic.
In other words, yeah, I'm fancied.
So here you are, studying to be a doctor. But you would leave medical school to go be with a mechanic who's going to move to some unnamed state somewhere. Drop everything and go there.
It's not about the profession. It's, I mean,
there.
As a person.
There. Please.
So I should chase after the money?
Guess what? You got a kid. You plan to put that kid through college, or is the plan for him to be 16 and go knock somebody up?
No, and I'm not being a lax single mom about it either. I'm being.
Well, guess what? You know what? You want to put him through college? You need money, dear.
I've started.
And replacing some yuppie's wiper blades is not going to get the job done. Do you hear me?
Yeah, but at the same time,
You've been an idiot already. Stop it. Where's your father?
Yes, Daddy.
Where is your father?
You are.
Yeah, because you know what? If you had a dad around, he'd be kicking your ass right now.
Yeah.
Don't be stupid again, dear. Please.
1-800 1-800-5800-TOM.
Really?
1-800-5800-866.
Now, let's say you were making the same amount of money you're making now when you were back 25 years old.
Oh, are you kidding me? I'd have had more poon. I'd have been banging 4 chicks a day. I'd be dead.
The Tom Leykis Show.
Our email address is my name. It's Tom at blowmeuptom.com. Tom at blowmeuptom.com. Or hear our show the way nature intended. Live, 3 to 8 p.m. Pacific time. Go to our website. It's blowmeuptom.com. Click on the Listen Live button. You'll be hearing it live, for God's sake.
The Tom Leykis Show.